The Elephant's Keeper by Christopher Nicholson. Sad story, even if there is hope, and things are looking bright at a certain stage. The idea is not to try and tell you exactly what happens, so that if you happen by chance to hear this, you will be maybe curious, and then you can read for yourself without having it spoiled. I guess it will be alright at a certain stage if spoiler alert will be introduced when that's the case. This story is about an elephant and his keeper, as we can guess from the start. And I have no idea if it's based on any facts. 70-65 elephants in Europe sounds a bit far-fetched, even if I've seen Sir Richard Attenborough speaking on National Geographic, or BBC, actually it was BBC, the BBC, speaking about animals brought to a giraffe at one point, I think. Curious, strange animals at that time. Even now they're exotic, actually. We can see them in zoological gardens, but still unique and not specific to these places. But in 1765 they bring in on a ship a leopard who's dead, striped horse, a zebra, and then two elephants. Actually it's two elephants to begin with. The story includes two elephants, Thomas and Jenny, as the keeper, who's the hero of the story, called them. Alas, there's a lot of cruelty throughout. Not from the keeper. The keeper is actually weird to the point where he says he's married to Jenny at a certain stage. Even if I can understand that to an extent, because I'm somewhat married to my own menagerie of two macaws. The borzois belong more to my spouse, so there I have some preferences. But anyway, the point is, animals have something special, and I understand being attached to them. An elephant must be something even more special with their cleverness and with their I'm not in a position to judge and say spirit or something, even if they keep showing these stories on documentary channels, again the BBC and others, where we see elephants passing by the bones of a dead elephant, and they stop and they caress with their trunks the bones, and they sit and they stay in a kind of homage over there. In fact, I remember the story now with a man who was in a very good communication indeed, and the relationship. They showed of images with the elephants coming and touching him with the trunks again, and when he died they all came like in a procession, and they stayed there for a long time. It's documented, recorded, and that's just one of the cases. Coming back to the keeper, briefly, he has a master in the first place. He's the one who bought the two elephants, male and female, and then there's the tensions there because the wife doesn't want them. They both have a son, and then they're worried about what happens to the child with the elephants. And indeed, we've seen this other thing with elephants going wild because there's so much mistreated in circuses, and the place is not there actually. Even if, again, passing from one thing to another, I've seen pictures of an elephant with a Trump at the entrance of a Trump rally, belonging to a guy who indeed has been accused of animal cruelty. But then such weird stuff is specific to the trap campaign. Um, the Republicans who have the symbol of the elephant. So then the two elephants are split. One goes to one rich man and the female to another with a keeper. There's a son who has some again cruelty. He's very cruel to the female elephant, to Jenny, and to a woman as well, and he's killed by the elephant actually, but it's constructed in such a way, the plot and what happens, that we're driven to say serves him right, because he did all kinds of rape the woman and so on. Again, that's for you to look into. And I better stop with the plot here to let you see what happens. I must say, very upset by what happens to the elephant, and I felt sorry for them. I mean, their place is not around here. But well, anyway, to begin in another note, to finish, I'm sorry. There's this story from the Orient with a philosophical message, where some blind people approach an elephant. One feels the trunk, one feels the leg, and they all say various things about what is this. One says this is a big snake, one says this is a wall, and the point of the story being that we don't know. We get various messages, and each has his own or her own version of what the world and the reality is. Well, I hope you read and enjoy The Elephant Keeper.